When you see each one of you see your Shaykh or your Shaykh. There's only one Shaykh, only one Shaykh. You ain't one of us. You just seeing a different manifestation of the zahir of what is needed for you to see.
That's true.
But in reality, in the haqiqah and above the haqiqah and ma'rifah, there's only one Shaykh. There's only one here. So now, Bismillah. Sheikh Sufi. The mic is yours, brother.
A'udhu billah, bismillah, astaghfirullah, inna waliyullah. The first thing someone like me should say is astaghfirullah.
Right.
Astaghfirullah azim wa atubu ilayh, because we sit with these two great shuyukh, these two great sheikhs, and I wondered how in the world did I get here? Because I know my background, and I know where I came from, and I know what I've been through. But to sit here with these two sheikhs is really mind-boggling. So I want to say thank you for even allowing me a chance to say something. Since you have said that it is ladies' night, and we feel the same way, we want to take a second just to speak about the divine feminine. Because this is a very important topic in Tasawwuf. And in Tasawwuf, Sufism is actually a movement in veneration of the divine feminine. Whether you know it or not, if you're practicing Tasawwuf, you're leaning more towards the divine feminine form than the divine masculine form, of what we call the yin and yang of God, or the Jalal and the Jamal of the Kamal, perfect light.
You don't open the door.
So, veneration of the divine feminine is very, very ancient. As you know, the first being that was worshipped was the woman. The first God that was ever worshipped in humanity was a woman. Because when they saw a being come from her, they said, she's God. What else could they say? This is primitive time before the prophets came. The woman was the first God that was ever worshipped.
Who?
So we travel through time, and you get to Hinduism, then you have Shiva and Shakti. Shiva is a masculine being that is God, but he doesn't interact with the world unless he interacts through Shakti, the feminine deity.
You don't open the gate now, brother. I just have to do dhikr.
Maybe I better stop right here.
No,
I don't know who is in here.
Take him where you want him to go.
Hold on. I don't want the Sharia police to come.
No.
Let me take 80 lashes right now before I say what I really want to say. Let me take 80 lashes.
This is a gathering of love.
So,
let me give your lashes in advance.
Thank you. I need it because in the entire Quran, Allah only says this one time, Udullah or Udur-Rahman. Ayamatadhu falal asmul husna. There's 99 names of Allah, but the only one Allah said to call on other than him was the Rahman. I don't know if you know this ayah, where Allah says call on Allah or call on the Rahman. He never said call on Allah or call on the Latif, call on Allah or call on the Rahim, call on Allah or call on the Malik. Call on Allah or call on the Rahman. And Rahman is a feminine name. The womb of the woman comes from the word Rahman. Allah, I don't know if I should go in.
Go ahead. Fadal, you have my permission. If you go where I don't think you should be going, I will put up flashing lights.
Yes, thank you. Allahu Rahman Rahim. Allah is the transcendental being who is beyond masculine and feminine forms.
Absolutely.
In the Kabbalah, the Hu would be the Ein Sof, the 10th cipher on top of the tree of life is Hu. This Hu is genderless. So the essence of Allah is Hu in the genderless form.
Pause there for me.
Okay, let me stop. I think that's
now.
I'll stop for a while.
Ain't gonna go on. But now starts. It started now. It's just beginning. Now anybody that don't want to go any further, the door is there. But I have to warn you, it's about to get really deep.
I don't know what to
Move to our seats.
You have to give them warning, Shaykh. You have to give
That's good.
Uh-oh. Abu in the house. Abu, you got your drum? Oh, boy. Go ahead.
So we have the name Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. In the name Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim, you have three divine qualities, Allah, Rahman, and Rahim. Allah is genderless. And the first form to come from the Allah, which is genderless, was the Rahman, which was the feminine form. And then from that Rahman, the womb came the Rahim, which was masculine. So when you recite Bismillah, when you recite Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, you're starting with the genderless form of Allahu, going to the feminine Rahman, and then the masculine Rahim. So you're including all the known principles in the universe. From Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim contains everything. That's why the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, the whole Quran is in Al-Fatiha, and the whole Al-Fatiha is in the Bismillah ar-Rahim. Now let me talk about my personal experience.
I gave them a way out, but they in it now.
We definitely high. Ya Qayyum. Ya Hayyu Ya Qayyum. Ya, I don't even want, Ya Hayyu Ya Qayyum, high is feminine. Hold on. High is masculine, Qayyum is feminine. So you got Ya Hayyu Ya Qayyum is a masculine and feminine name. Just from Ya Hayyu Ya Qayyum, you have yin and yang in it. La ilaha illallah has a masculine and feminine.
La ilaha illallah.
Did you know that La ilaha illallah has a yin and a yang?
La ilaha illallah. What did the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ say? He said, remember Allah until the people of the world think that you crazy. But amongst those who remember Allah, we're not crazy. How we look like? Welcome to the tavern.
Thank you.
And it's very interesting that in the phrase La ilaha illallah, the feminine aspect comes before the masculine aspect. La ilaha is yin, a negation of everything, nothing exists. That's very yin in nature. Illallah is very yang in nature, very masculine. So La ilaha is feminine first, and then illallah masculine second. But that ha is the essence of the heart. And I really shouldn't be saying this in public.
No,
But this isn't public. We're not public.
No, we're not. We in the tavern. We in the tavern.
Okay,
We in the tavern.
Okay.
Anybody that don't want to be in the tavern, the door is there.
So,
But if you remain,
only a few more points should be made on this.
because it's only just begun.
My Shaykh in West Africa, who I love more than life itself, I can't even. I can't even think about him without just screaming. Like, really? I'm talking about my Shaykh? Like, really?
Come on, bring it, brother.
Woo.
Oh.
When you can say your Shaykh's name and start crying, that's when you have love for the Shaykh. I love my Shaykh more than you can.
La ilaha.
What? My Shaykh?
La ilaha.
One day you're going to say Sheikh Rashid and cry. One day you're going to say Sheikh Fariha and start crying. If you knew the value of what the Sheikh is doing for you. That's why I don't even talk about my Sheikh in public. People don't want to see this. Ali, I can't talk about my Sheikh.
The door's still open.
So
when that light turn off,
my Sheikh said to us,
you can leave, but resistance is futile. If you're going to leave, leave now.
The Sheikh said these words in West Africa. It is easier for a woman to reach Allah than for a man to reach Allah.
Break it down, make it plain. Make it plain.
And the Sheikh said that the woman is closer to Allah than man.
La ilaha.
And the Sheikh said the secret of Allah is inside the woman.
La ilaha.
This is West African Sufi teaching.
La ilaha.
So it took a while to understand, why is the woman closer to Allah, and why is it easier for her to journey in the tariqah than a man? Simple answer. Simple answer is I saved 15% on my car insurance from a woman who was giving me the deal on the phone. No, let me stop. No, that's not
There's
the
only
real.
one Sheikh Sufi. Everybody else could come along and do their thing. But there's only one Sheikh Sufi.
The reason
Right.
it's easier for a woman,
Absolutely.
and the reason she's closer, is because the nafs. In Arabic, words have gender. Nafs is a feminine word, and ruh is a masculine word. To travel on the journey is on the plane of the soul, and the nafs, the soul, is already feminine. So for a woman to travel the tariqah, she's already in touch with her feminine nature. It makes it easier for her. But for a man to travel the tariqah, he has to get in touch with his feminine nature. And that might be kind of difficult. I'm already wearing the dress, and I got my hijab on. People see the pictures of my Sheikh, and they say, is that a woman? They see Sheikh Ahmad Ubamba, they think he's a woman because he's dressed in a feminine yin nature. So for women, and I must say, I was amazed when I came today because I have a disciple on this path who is a woman who reached the level of Shaykh through our guidance, Allah's know best, and through the guidance of our Shaykh. She reached the maqam of Shaykh some months ago, but I haven't seen her in the physical form until today. So
where is she?
This is the Sheikh from our order, Sheikh Mamdada from Baltimore, Maryland. This is the first time I've seen her since she received the maqam.
Takbir! Takbir! Takbir!
Shake it, shake it. Shake it, shake it.
It's very good that this woman's life. This is amazing. I didn't know she was coming.
Shake it,
Sister
shake it.
Bathsheba must have
Shake
done
it,
it.
shake it. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
I was told you had an
Shake it, shake it. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's ladies' night.
So we're so glad to
Oh,
receive
what a night. Where Halim at? Halim. It's ladies' night and the feeling is right.
this,
I said it's
shaking
ladies'
ball.
night. Oh, what a night.
I love you so much. Yes, group hug. Yes. I mean.
I mean.
This lady,
Now,
she
soon
was
as